several people involved in the Braxton case, and we'll start out by having them introduce themselves, and then they'll give their statements, and then we'll open it up for questions.
My name is Amelia Huffman. I'm the commander of the Criminal Investigations Division for the Minneapolis Police Department. I'll give you a little bit of a brief overview. I think the broad strokes of this case are fairly clear. About 10 days ago, Quantell Braxton was walking past this intersection alongside of the park here when he was shot by a suspect inside the park. Quantell was only 14 years old. His life was stolen from him before he had a chance to live it. He's been permanently taken from his family and friends. It's an extremely difficult investigation. But there are folks out there who are listening right now who know who killed Quantell and have the evidence to prove up the case. And we need those folks to come forward. We need those folks to come forward for Quantell, for Quantell's mother, and for the community as a whole to heal. And so we'd like anyone who has any information about this case to call Crime Stoppers or to call the Minneapolis Police Department at 612-692-TIPS.
Good morning, I'm Bob Denniston, that's D-E-N-N-I-S-T-O-U-N. I'm a member of the Board of Directors of the Crime Stoppers of Minnesota, and we have a fortunate history, or actually an unfortunate history, of being able to help out crimes. We collect tips anonymously and turn them over to law enforcement, and if you recall, about a year and a half ago, it was a tip coming to Crime Stoppers that was able to find the shooter and paralyze Guadalupe Hernandez on the south side. So we know that the people that have done this, or the person that has done this, is going to talk. They're going to talk to friends in a bragging way, or if they have a conscience, they're going to talk to somebody in a regretful way. And those people who are listening to that villain talk can come forward, stay anonymous, and give us information that we pass on to law enforcement to help out. We have several ways people can contact us. One is through our toll-free number, 1-800-222-8477, otherwise known as TIPS. You can visit our website, www.crimestoppersmn.org. And if you have a smartphone, iPhone type of thing, you can type in TIPS Submit, and Crime Stoppers of Minnesota is listed on there. So we're offering a reward of up to $1,000 for information that will lead to an arrest and charging, and the value of that reward will be determined by the value of the tip. The main message we want out there, though, is that people with information can stay anonymous and help the police solve this murder.
No one can't, you know who I am. I'm the chief of police of Minneapolis. I won't spell my last name. You know, when we did our press conference last week, you know, one of the questions I was asked by Matt and others was, you know, the significance of these cases. You know, I go back way too far, about 34 years, and I cannot recall youth this young being targeted and killed on our streets. We've had some young people that have been killed, but it's been accidental. It's been in crossfire. This is a case clearly where these youth were targeted. Before this shooting, I'm told that Quantell was playing tag with his friend and two girls on the corner. Not selling drugs, not doing what you would call gang activity, playing tag. That should give you a sense of how young these kids are. We need help closing this, and we need help solving this. And, we need people to step forward. We need people to talk about what they know. This is if you look at significance, it's just a horrible incident, horrible trend, and like I said, we need to stop it.
Inspector Mike Martin, I'm the commander of the 4th Precinct. This is a tragedy that we can't let go. Every week, hundreds of kids use North Commons Park as a place to play, to meet their friends, to interact with adults that are positive role models. And these young kids had been in the park, were walking by, and were targeted. We need people to step up. We need people to tell us who did this. Any little piece of information can make that difference. This neighborhood is very proud of the people that are here and what happens in the neighborhood. And as we saw through the march yesterday, they care. And we need to find justice for Quantell, for his family, for his little sister who started first grade today. And we need answers, and we can't do that without people telling us what happened, what they're hearing. Even the smallest piece of information could be the thing that breaks this case. So please call our tip line and let us know what happened.
Questions from anybody?
Yeah, I noticed that here, I want to steal some of Mike's fire, but they started up an increase in patrols. I know on 2 nights they had well over 30 arrests and see 6 guns on the north side. So that effort is going on, and that will continue to go on. Got more on that, Mike?
We're going to continue.
I thought you lowballed the number of arrests.
Was that just over the weekend you had those arrests?
That was in 2 days.
2 days?
Yes, just in the last 2 days over the weekend, we've had several dozen arrests, all of which were individuals that have been involved in violent crime on the north side, who were involved in specific incidents. We're going to continue that. A message to any kids: you carry a gun, we're going to arrest you. We're going to hold you accountable. The county attorney will hold you accountable if you're an adult. The feds may hold you accountable. Do not carry guns. We have stepped up our curfew enforcement. If you're out after curfew, you will be arrested. We got to keep kids off the streets, both from being suspects as well as being victims. And this wasn't a case where the kids were breaking curfew, but we want kids to focus on school. We want them to focus on positive things, positive activities. We don't want them to be out on the street unsupervised, especially at night. That's really important to us. So we're having our officers engage groups of kids. I was out on Friday night, and we were just stopping and talking to groups of kids that were out and about in the area, asking them what they were up to, where they were going, where they lived, and those type of things. Talking to them about our police athletic league and other positive things they could get involved in. And we're going to continue to do that.